Hello. Today we have a live discussion with Verena El Amil from Nahwa Dawli. She's the founder of Jil Al Teghyir, and today we're going to get to know her a little bit more, find out what she's about, and hopefully you guys find some commonalities in her and get to know her better. Thanks for joining us. Hi.
Hello, how are you,
Thank you,
Omar?
Verena. I'm
منيحة
good. Yourself?
وإنتك؟
Alhamdulillah, mashallah. Thank you so much for taking the time. I know you have a busy schedule. We're going to try
Thank
our
you.
best to get through these questions for you. Um, كيف
Thank
نهارك?
hectic.
I believe
But
it. I
I'm good.
believe it. يعطيك
Okay,
العافية.
thanks.
Please tell us a little bit about yourself to start, and let's go ahead.
So my name is Verena El Amil. Um, I graduated last year from Sorbonne University with comparative law. I was at St. Joseph University. I did my master's at St. Joseph University as well, in business law. Uh, well, so I'm a lawyer at Beirut Bar Association now. Um, so it started, I think, my political activism, if you want, since university. It all began by co-founding a movement, Talib. We were a few people. Now we are hundreds, maybe. We started with one faculty, 5 seats, and now we're in 15, maybe faculty and 115 seats. It started, I think, on the streets since 2015 and 2019. Um, so today I am a candidate for parliament um, because actually I believe that there's still a possibility for us as youth to be there. There's still a possibility for us as youth um, to be represented as we were vocal um, on the streets, as we were vocal about our هيك ideas, spreading our progressive discourse, political discourse. I think that's mainly the drive, if you want. Um, so basically, yeah, that's it.
Thank you so much, and God bless you for all your hard work. Good job on helping
Thank you.
create Talib, and I've seen a lot of your guys' work, and that's pretty amazing.
Thank you, Amr.
Of course. So what made you join the October 17th revolution? I always have to ask my guests.
Uh, I think no, I think mainly it was the drive was that maybe it's a chance we had a momentum, or it's a chance for us to fight and raise our voices and fight the system. And maybe at that time we saw that a change was very, if you want, near, and that yeah, changing the reality was a possibility.
Absolutely. It definitely is. If you guys work together, if we all work together actually, globally, anything is possible.
Sure, sure.
So what made you start Jil Al Teghyir? You started that initiative, right? Or
Yeah.
the
Yes.
generation of change in English.
Yeah. Mainly it was to encourage youth to vote and to run as candidates as well. So yeah, that's it mainly. Um, and then maybe at the beginning we were trying, maybe, to reach many regions, etc. But we were short on time. So now I am the candidate of Jil Al Teghyir. I'm running. I hope maybe in the next 4 years there would be even more youth there running. Yeah. So that's it.
I hope so as well. And good luck with everything.
Thank you.
Were you ever part of any political parties? If so, why did you leave? If not, tell us why not.
No, I was never part of any political party. Um, I think I always believed that the ones who were responsible of our misery can build the country. I think they are there to serve their proper interests, their personal interests, and they don't really care about the country. In my opinion, they were responsible of the war, and there was no justice after it. There were no transition and justice after it, and I think this is not okay. We can't run a country where we didn't hold them accountable, where they are still in power. Um, I think it was naive a bit to think that the ones who destroyed the country can rebuild it.
I can agree with that statement. It's uh, it's pretty wild to see that they're still in power over 30 years, and if anything, the country has deteriorated more than it's been rebuilt, or
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
So hopefully people can be inspired, by you. You are a 25-year-old, correct? Running for
Um,
candidacy, about
yeah,
to be
no,
26,
I'm 26 now. A few days
26.
ago, it was my birthday.
Well, happy belated birthday, and
Thank you.
it's amazing to see someone at your age taking a big initiative and a big step towards helping us build a better country.
Thank you. Thank you.
Of course, thank you. So, how do you plan to stand out? Actually, before we get to you standing out from the competition, which I know it's a very competitive field that you're in right now, what are your primary goals, Verena, and how do you plan on accomplishing these goals?
I think if I get elected,
Yes, of course.
I think if I get elected, the first law that I would love to be working on is to be able for to vote at the age of 18 instead of 21. I really can't understand why we're still why it's still at the age of 21. I think the law for judiciary independency is a must. I think the personal status law is a must as well. I think these are the first laws, three laws that I would focus on if I get elected.
And hopefully you do get elected.
Thank
We
you.
wish you the best of luck.
Thanks. Thank you, Amr.
So that that question got knocked out very quickly. But how do you plan on standing out from the competition that you're facing?
I think, personally, I wouldn't like to perceive it as a competition. Um, I think, yeah, maybe maybe it's yeah. The way I see it, it's not about competition. It's about just running for a purpose, and working for that purpose. And personally, I'm not a competitive person, and I hate the fact when it when it's perceived as a competition, if it's within the list or within the other lists. I think we're here to confront, to say that after everything that has happened, the 4 August explosion, the economic crisis, everything, they shouldn't, they should lose their legitimacy, and we shouldn't act like if nothing had happened.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. All those things happening to us, it's definitely not a competition, but we are facing warlords and,
Exactly.
a tough fight is what it is. It's more of a fight, if
Exactly.
anything. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Thank you for saying that. You're actually the first person to bring that to our attention. I like the way you think, Verena. To be honest, I do like that, and thank you for keeping everything very honest with us.
Thank you, Ahmed.
Of course.
Thank you for making this happen.
Doing my best, and thanks for taking the time. So,
Thank
if you're successfully elected, what can people expect? And you mentioned some of the laws, but what can people expect? Go ahead, give us an answer.
And on a personal level, they could expect that I would never compromise. on their interest. I would never prefer my personal interest on the public interest. On how, or if you want, on what is the purpose of all this, I think maybe having a majority of new blood or of the opposition or of the alternative political parties that has risen after the uprising. I think that's maybe not. I wouldn't say impossible, but I don't think it would be the case. Maybe having 10, 10 parliamentary or 10 deputies. I think um, it would make it possible for.
Bear with us, guys. I'm not sure what just happened to Verena. She was disconnected. Yeah, to be honest, connections in Lebanon are terrible, and it's unfortunate that we have to deal with this. But we got to do our best because at the end of the day, we have a country to fight for, and this is definitely one of the things that's on the list to fight for. Verena, I'm really sorry
Sorry
about that.
for
I
my
don't know what happened.
internet connection, bad internet connection,
Oh God,
signals
I'm
and
sorry.
connection, as Anthony is saying.
You were telling us about what people can expect, and I know it's hard to retrace or retrack,
Yeah, it's
but
hard to reach. It's hard to. It would be hard to reach a majority this time, but maybe having 10 deputies would make it possible to have a judiciary appeal, which is not nothing. Maybe having few deputies with like a progressive political discourse would maybe reach to other people, to new audience, and these people would make kind of a pressure on their own political parties. And I think what's important as well for this kind of very decent and transparent as with progressive um, clear political discourse and people that would never make any kind of concession when it becomes to the interest of people. I think they will be transparent. They will let us know what is really happening. We could be. It would be possible to create a certain kind of accountability via the public opinion, via the pressure on the streets. So I think it's a package of many ways or many tools um, to make actually change within the system.
absolutely, I can agree with that. Vanilla, you're a lawyer, so obviously you have a lot to do. You have a lot of plans. How do you feel about the judiciary system that we have in Lebanon?
I think there is always, it's not freed from the intervention of the political of uh, of the political parties, and that's saddening. I think it should be very independent. I think key is when Majlis Qada al-A'la is elected by judges and not nominated. I think this is really very important. Maybe in some countries they are nominated, but there's a certain process or international, if you want, like principles to secure the fact that they will still be independent. Where in Lebanon, it's not the case. They are serving the ones who nominated them, and this is actually very, very dangerous.
Absolutely, it's very influential on their decision making, and maybe that's one reason why we still don't have answers for the Beirut explosion.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's another reason to bring people like you on board into parliament to help speed up the change.
Thank you.
Since you're running in the Metin district, Verena, what are
Yeah,
some of the problems that people are facing, and you know, what's going on out there?
I think it's a hard battle with a big district, and it's not easy, and with not a lot of exposure. Um, so and with no financial yeah, with very limited financial resources. So the game, and let's not forget that the electoral law, the electoral system, isn't fair. And actually, it's not only that it's not fair, but it was maybe the legislators have done it in a way that could serve them and their political parties. So yeah.
Very unfortunate, very unfortunate. And I think it's time we, finally realize what we're facing here, and everyone just go out and vote this time. 15th
Let's
of
hope
May
so.
is right
And I
around the
think it's
corner.
it's a responsibility, especially now tomorrow, the elections in the diaspora start. So it's really, really, really very important.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, someone was mentioning in Arabic that he doesn't understand, or they don't understand why, maybe we're speaking English, and is it possible that we're actually going to go and vote? I mean, what would your answer be to that?
And then what did he
Well,
say?
صراحة مش عارف ليش النقاش مقابلي، يعني معقول
Okay.
الأمريكان ينتخبوا
Okay,
ينتخبوكي
so yeah, I know.
ينتخبوكي.
Maybe he doesn't know that your page is a page of Lebanese expats living in the US.
It's
So
possible.
that's it, yeah.
بس أكيد معقول
As
ننتخبها.
Anthony is saying, I've done many Arabic interviews around Metin, so yeah.
Exactly. It doesn't always have to be in Arabic. We're actually trying to reach a wider range, and we're trying to, spread this voice of change.
Exactly.
So again, thank you so much, Verena, for
Thank you.
joining us today and taking up the
Yeah,
time.
thanks.
I'm gonna try to speed it up. I know you have a meeting
Another
after this. Yeah,
at night. Yeah.
you have a lot of meetings.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Verena, can you tell us how people can support you, and what can they do to support you? Just go ahead, give us some details.
Um, I think if on an electoral level, I think to vote for نحو الدولة, support as a person, they can support me with Fund the Hope that I've sent it. So wait, I was. But if not, I think the most important thing is that people, expats, in diaspora, in Lebanon, all over the world, please vote. Your vote can make a big difference. Your vote can be the change.
Absolutely, change is needed desperately in Lebanon. Let's give her a sec. The connection is bad in Lebanon, as we expect. Verena, we're waiting on you temporarily. You're back. Yalla. So, if you didn't win this election, Verena, I'm sure the answer is yes, but are you going to continue your efforts with Jil Al Teghyir, and are you going to persist in battling this corruption?
Yeah, I think there were many battles before these elections, and there will be many battles afterwards. Personally, I would continue my battles elsewhere where I started, maybe on the streets. I can't go back to universities, it's done. But I've done what I had to do. Maybe on the streets, maybe within my work, maybe with organizing and mobilizing more, maybe with creating a certain coalition after the elections. So there are many tools, and definitely I will continue and never stop fighting.
That's amazing. And I mean, yeah, you've graduated already, but doesn't mean that we can't continue to influence the younger generation, and it's
Yeah,
gives them something to follow, an inspiration. So definitely keep it up.
thank you.
Verena, thank you so much for taking the
Thank
time.
you.
I want to give you one last message to give to expats and people inside of Lebanon? Please go ahead.
Okay. I would say it again that today it's fundamental for us to vote for people who weren't part of the policies that led to these misery. I think there are many alternative lists, alternative people who are ready to do everything for a new Lebanon. I think what's most important today is that on the 6th, 8th, and 15th of May, people would feel that their vote can make the change, that they can be the change. So I think that's the most important thing at this point. And please, please, please go and vote. Vote wherever you want, but don't vote for the existing Sultan, please.
That we should repeat 1,000 times, and hopefully they hear it once and it clicks. Verena, it was really nice talking to you. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
taking
Omar.
the time. I wish you the best of luck with everything. And is there a page or anywhere where people can go and reach out to you directly if
Yeah,
they
on
have
my
questions?
personal page or on Jil Al Teghyir page, so I'm available. So yeah,
Perfect. Thank you so much. And everyone, feel free to go and reach out to her if you have questions or if you just want
definitely.
to say good luck, feel free to do so. And
Thank
if
you.
they have questions, they can post them in the comments and you'll go ahead and respond.
Definitely.
Thank you so much, Verena. Yalla, take care
Thank you,
and
Omar.
good luck
Thank
with
you.
your meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a
Yeah,
good night. Bye bye.
you
Bye.
too.